King Dave, what it is?
Man, what it do, my boy?
Man, I just want to say, man, I've been doing this blog thing for a while. I started coming to Chicago in 2013, 14, and your name was ringing like bells then. FuckFame, the name, is a part of Chicago culture.
Facts.
And I feel like, you get the credit you deserve, but I feel like, it needs to be stamped. It needs to be recognized that you're not only a clothing brand, like you voice your opinion on a lot of things that people are scared to talk about.
True.
Like how did you become so vocal and so unbiased? Because one thing about you'll tell a nigga he wrong when he wrong.
Facts. I mean, I grew up around a lot of street niggas that was getting money, man. And a lot of them didn't like yes men around them. So I kind of like picked that up to always like voice yourself. You know what I'm saying? So my big homie Gag, man, he always taught me, a closed mouth don't get fed, And anything that make you uncomfortable, just speak on it. Don't be the type of nigga that's running around talking about niggas behind their back. Just tell that man to his face if you feel a certain way about something,
Right. Now, you deal with a lot of rappers in Chicago, and a lot of rappers don't really get along. How do you handle that? You have a business where people are wearing your clothing, but you can't get mixed in the crossfire. How did you kind of like, I don't want to say finesse your way into where you're at right now, but kind of like maneuver?
Well, I mean, to be honest about that, bro, in Chicago, like, it's really so segregated with the gangs and everything that once somebody put your clothing brand on, if one of the gangster disciples put your brand on, that's kind of like you damn near stuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Especially if you in the streets like me. I be involved in doing a lot of shows, music-wise and everything. So, if the BDs wear my shit, then the GDs don't want to wear it because they don't like dirt or they ain't like Duck. You know what I'm saying? So it used to be real complicated, but once people really found out that I ain't never choose no side, even though people know, how I rock, I just never choose no sides. I just made it like a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? And it literally took me years, bro. Years. Some people didn't want to wear my brand because Lil J was wearing it all the time. And then
he was like the first one, right?
Yeah, him, Billy, Duck, you know what I'm saying? Like they was the first one. But really, Billy and Duck was the first ones to ever put on FuckFame.
Right. Did you, at that time, I'm going to say 2012, 13, did you kind of have to explain yourself? Like, because you said it took years. How'd you get over that hump?
Man, I just had to stay clear, you know what I'm saying? And not be in a lot of pictures with people, and kind of like even when I seen the other people who was like they ops, when I saw them, still greet them like, oh yeah, what up, bro? And even still ask them to wear it. So what happened was a lot of other people from the other side, like when Lil J and them was wearing it, they ops eventually started wearing it. But it might have started with somebody that had a name over there. It took somebody with a name to put it on. And even then, it was a lot coming behind that. You know what I'm saying? So people just feel like, oh, don't wear that because Lil J wear it. But at the end of the day, like I started telling people, like, y'all all got on Jordans. Y'all all got on Gucci belts. Y'all all got on Christian Dior. So what's the big deal from having on FuckFame if Lil J wear it?
So as in today, 2020, would you say you're, completely, you fuck with everybody? Like it's no picking sides or nothing like that? Like everything's cool?
Man, I fuck with everybody. I don't have no issues with nobody, bro. Not one artist in Chicago, man. And if you look at this wall behind me, man, I got from Lil JoJo to Lil Durk on my wall. You feel me? Like I ain't hold back from none of that. I'm here standing on something totally different from what all them out here doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here to set great examples and live by it.